Hi, Marcel. We knew we'd find you here at the Marcel West Fitness studio. Thought we'd stop by and interview you for the Golf 3D Tech Talk. Do you have a few minutes?
Hey, thanks for stopping by, guys. This is actually a fantastic time, just in between some clients here right at the moment. So yeah, I definitely have a few minutes to chat.
Marcel, how long have you been coaching and when did you first start your own fitness and training business?
So I first got started in the fitness industry several years ago. I was actually working as a firefighter out on the West Coast. We wanted to move back to the East Coast, and there was an opportunity that came up with a large national chain to start as a personal trainer with them in my hometown. So I applied for the position, got the job, and traveled across the country and started a couple of days later, working towards my education, my certification, becoming a personal trainer with them. I worked for them for about a year before the opportunity with that same organization came up to take over a club here in Charlottetown as fitness manager. So again, we moved the whole family over to PEI here and took over as the fitness manager shortly after that club opened. So I actually helped to grow it, into the club that it is today. Did that for a few years, but really kind of miss working one-on-one with clients. So I decided to make the step back just into a full-time personal training role. That was a couple years ago now. And at the same time, that's when I started to get more into the golf fitness side of the industry as well too. So I took a course in golf injury prevention and rehabilitation. And then I took another course through the National Academy of Sports Medicine for a golf fitness specialist. And then I did my TPI level 1, so Titleist Performance Institute level 1 certification. And then since just most recently, just in the last couple of months, finished my junior 2 through TPI as well too. And it was about that time that when I did my National Academy Sports Medicine certification is when I first launched into the golf fitness side of stuff. And then COVID hit, and that kind of slowed things down for everybody, right across the world. And then about a year ago now, I had the opportunity to branch out on my own from that national organization. And it just seemed like the right time to start my own brand. So that's when Marcel West Fitness got launched. And my primary focus has been on the golf fitness side of stuff. Here in PEI, we have 30 plus golf courses for a population of a little over 150,000 people. So we're very fortunate. It's beautiful golf courses. But there's nobody that does the golf fitness side of stuff. There's a lot of fantastic swing coaches, but nobody that really helps any individuals on, let's make your body move better for your golf swing. Also so you can, play pain-free, things like that. So from that now, we're in the process of launching the Academy for Golf Fitness here at PEI. So we're moving into a bigger location in about a month's time.
Well, let's jump right into some 3D questions. What made you decide to integrate KCoach into your programs?
So I first started learning about 3D technology specifically for the golf swing and KCoach itself when I did my TPI certification. They were talking specifically about how to use that for the kinematic sequence, seeing what parts of the body when you start that transition down from that top of your backswing, your hips, your torso, your arm, your club, making sure everything's firing kind of in that same way. And really hard to see that truly with the naked eye at some of those speeds, even when you slow down on camera, it's still sometimes hard to tell. But with 3D technology, you can see it as a coach, and it's a little bit easier for us because we see it every day, but really easy for the player or the student to be able to see that for themselves on the screen kind of as they're doing it. So it had a lot of great benefits, to me, obviously the kinematic sequence, and then as I delved more into what KCoach could do from the biofeedback side of how to integrate that so that players knew the exact position to be in right from address, the top of their backswing, right to impact position, helping them get all those components right every single time and build that training, that muscle memory, that muscle pattern, movement patterns right at their central nervous system so that, they do it enough times, they're not going to have to think about it again. And it's not them trying to, how did that coach tell me to get into that position? They know instantly because they're getting that automatic feedback with the music plays and then that ding that they've held that long enough. So to me, it was a great tool to be able to integrate that into my business. And again, as the only golf fitness coach here on PEI, I'm now the only coach that also has this 3D technology, which is going to help kind of elevate me and separate me from anybody else that may be offering something similar.
Has KCoach made you a better trainer?
KCoach has definitely made me a better trainer for sure. Not only just with my golf clients, but with all my clients, just helping me understand how the body moves and should move as well too. But definitely specifically when it comes to helping my golf specific clients, it's allowed me to work with more clients at one time. It's also helped my clients really understand how their body should be moving for that golf swing, the position that they should be in, getting that feel the exact same time that, I've had comments where they've said, I've had a coach tell me that this is what's wrong with my swing, but I never really fully understood what that meant. Now I can see it on the screen, exactly what I'm supposed to be doing. I can feel it every time for myself. So it's definitely helped me be able to get that point across as well. It's also made me a better coach as well too, because instead of, when we're looking at, certain physical screens, how much rotations in the body, separation between that upper and lower body, we can talk about, how does that feel, or visual of, I think you got roughly about this many degrees of rotation, or yeah, that looks better than last time. We can actually use the numbers from KCoach to specifically say, okay, this is what you were able to do. Now, after we've been training and working on this, here's what you can do now. So it helps get that point across to the clients that, hey, this stuff is actually working. We got to keep going with it. It is a process.
What have you learned from using 3D?
I've learned a lot from using 3D. It's really helped me understand, my own golf swing as well too, and understand, how the body really needs to move in relation to the golf swing, how to make a efficient golf swing. What needs to happen, like they talk about in TPI, and I'm sure, KCoach has talked about it as well too. I'm sure that, everybody has a very unique swing. Their backswings can all look very different, but all the great ball strikers, they all have that same efficient kinematic sequence. So, really just focusing on letting the body learn what it needs to do, and then your club just getting away the ball, you're going to strike the ball well. So if you can focus on that body moving the way it needs to, getting the hips rotating first, keeping that club back until you get the hips turned, and then the torso comes through, you're going to hit the ball so much more efficiently. You're going to hit it so much further, and you're going to do it a lot more consistently than trying to worry about, I got to crush this ball and I got to swing with everything I can. To get any distance or anything like that, but then that can lead to a lot more problems. So just, trusting the process and trusting what 3D can do to help us understand that swing to get it more efficient goes a long way with my clients.
Marcel, let's shift gears a little. We know you're in the process of launching a new company, the Academy for Golf Fitness. Can you tell us more about this business and what it's all about?
So I mentioned earlier, I am in the process of starting the Academy for Golf Fitness. So that is officially going live October 2nd. We have a couple new TrackMan golf simulators coming in. So I'm really excited to be able to integrate the 3D technology of KCoach with the simulators to be able to say, hey, here's what's going on with your body. And now that's how this is impacting that ball flight as well too, to get that real-time feedback for clients, especially in the off season. Our summers here are so short. But by being able to have a beautiful indoor facility that I'm setting up, it's going to give players and students and clients that are looking to improve their game or just play golf year round that ability to have a great facility to do that in. And I'm really excited to be able to take my golf fitness classes to the next level as well too. Again, my classes have always mostly been focused on that fitness side of stuff, of how do we make your body move better for the golf swing, which has so many great benefits just in everyday life as well too, allowing people to move better, pain-free, better range of motion. But now how do we, let's integrate that right into your golf swing. So, a couple days a week, they're going to be doing golf fitness, and then they're going to be on the simulator as well too, putting that stuff into real-time practice. So they're going to have a great opportunity to work on their swing year round and start the season off on a much better note. The other thing I'm really excited for is my junior development camps. So looking to launch those early October as well too, and run them right throughout the whole school year. And they're going to be broken down by age groups, following the TPI certification that I took with them, and really helping again, especially with the younger students, just turning them into athletes, making it fun for them. Giving them a chance to kind of hang out with friends. We're going to be playing a lot of different games, a lot of different agility and balance and stability, but also integrating those golf mechanics early on as well too, and letting them get on the simulators and have some fun hitting balls that way as well too. So really excited to get those programs launched. We have a lot of juniors here on PEI and a lot of amazing camps at all the different clubs throughout the summertime. But nowhere's for those juniors to be able to kind of work on their skills and especially for the ones that want to take that maybe to the next level and go into that elite development. There's nowhere really for them to do it. So very excited for that opportunity to be able to work with some of those young players.
That's great. We have a few more 3D questions to wrap up with. Let's jump back into those. What is the main benefit you feel you receive from KCoach?
I think one of the main benefits that I receive from KCoach, I guess there's a couple benefits really. One is the ability to be able to work with more than one player at a time. Like I say, my main focus has always been on the fitness side of stuff and how do I improve the body, to create a better swing, make people stronger, more powerful, but also, pain-free and injury-free so that they can golf longer and more enjoyable as well too. But at the same time, I'm able to have someone working on maybe a specific swing mechanic or even working on their fitness as well too, because one of the beautiful things I found out about KCoach is that I can also, a lot of the fitness exercises that I use, I can also set up on the KCoach for people to do as well too. So, and it gives them that biofeedback. It's almost like having a live coach there and correcting them on some of that form and speed and control as well too. So it allows me to work with multiple people all at the same time. And one of the benefits, again, I think I may have mentioned a little bit earlier, that my clients have said is that it allows them to feel for themselves where they should be in their golf swing, at different points, whether it's the address, the backswing, the impact position that they're working on. They can really feel where their hips need to be, where their shoulders need to be, what that side bend needs to feel like. I've have a lot of players, especially early on working with them. They're like, oh wow, I feel like I'm really bent over, like forward or side bend, and my golf swing at the top. And then I take a video and show them, and like, oh wow, that looks really good, because that's where the KCoach was putting them and saying, hey, this is where we should be, for your swing. But it was a lot different because a lot of them were losing kind of some of that posture in their swing, so they were standing up a lot. So it felt so different for them. But then they were able to start ingraining those movement patterns and starting to get the feel again and again and again of where they should be, without me having or someone else having to tell them, no, get down, stay down through that swing, whatever the case may be. So it's a lot of great feedback from them, and a lot of them have said they've seen bigger improvements by using the KCoach than they have maybe using just a swing coach in the past.
What type of students that you work with benefit the most from KCoach?
So I've had the opportunity to work with players of many different skill levels, right from beginners who've maybe just getting into golf to more skilled players that have been playing for many years and are great ball strikers. And they've all been able to benefit from KCoach in some aspect of their game. Obviously, the beginners, it's a great starting point of, hey, here's just how you set up, here's how you should be standing. Here's, how the shoulder should rotate, the hips, that side bend. This is where you should be in your backswing. Just allow them to start feeling of all those different pieces of where they should be and getting an understanding of their body throughout space and how it should be rotating throughout that golf swing. And then the more skilled players, diving more into that kinematic sequence and making sure that, they're getting that proper efficiency in the hips turning first and the torso, arm, club, to really be able to strike the ball and make it look effortless, but still get, much more distance and consistency than they may have in the past, which just takes their game to a whole other level. So they're very, very excited for that.
Would you recommend KCoach to other coaches, players, or students?
I would definitely recommend KCoach to players and students, coaches of any skill level, no matter if they're just a swing coach or if they're a fitness coach or both, or if they're just a player that wants to improve their game on their own. It's a fantastic tool if you have a chance to use it. Once you learn how to use that tool and set up a proper program, for yourself, it's amazing what it can do. Like I say, I try to get on it, every second day myself if I can to work on a different component of my swing, or even just working on the same components. And again, just I don't get out to play as much as I would like to. So this really helps keep my skill level up there and making sure that I'm swinging efficiently, and so when I do get out to play, that I'm having a great round.
How would you feel if you could no longer use KCoach?
It would certainly be a loss if I no longer could use KCoach. The K-Vest, it has certainly brought my game, my training game to a different level of, again, being able to work with different clients, more clients all at the same time, being able to integrate the fitness and the swing components of it together all at the same time. It's just allowed me to offer a different service than what's currently out there, at least, in my world where we're at here in PEI. It would definitely, it would certainly be a big loss, and it would be weird not to have that tool, because it's something that I use pretty well daily and multiple times a day with different clients.
If someone wanted to take a lesson with you, what would be the best way to reach you?
So if someone wants to take a lesson with me, first thing I always do is offer a complimentary service. So I give people the ability to come in and sit down and have a conversation with me, so I can really understand them and what they're trying to achieve. Whether that's with their golf swing or just for personal, just fitness in general. And then we go through, a fitness assessment. I take them through the TPI, physical screens, do some swing analysis, and obviously get them on the K-Vest and do a full evaluation there as well too, so that we can see how does everything look at address impact, the top of the backswing, what's their sequence and timing look like, what's their tempo look like. And then that way I can really build a program tailored specifically to them, so they can reach out to me on my website, just the academyforgolffitness.com. My contact information on there. They can fill out the form and I'll get in touch with them, or they can email me at marcel@theacademyforgolffitness.com and I'll get back to them, and would love to just have a chance to sit down and chat with them and maybe work on their golf swing with them.
That's all the questions, Marcel. We thank you for taking the time to be part of the Golf 3D Tech Talk and look forward to seeing you more in the future.
Yeah, thanks guys. I really appreciate you stopping by. It was great chatting with you. And I look forward to what KCoach has to offer next, and love being able to use your guys' technology. It's been fantastic. Thank you.